Hey guys, Rob here. Today's video, we're going to talk about home defense. So let's go. When it comes to protecting your home and your family, there's nothing more important and nothing greater than having the ultimate equalizer. The air rifle pistol that I have here, and as well as a really good medical emergency trauma kit, which is what I have here. So we're gonna break down each, and I'm gonna explain why I carry what I carry, why I chose this option for protecting my home. All right, so just so you guys know, this thing has been cleared, safety checked. There's no ammo in it at all. Just wanna go over this right here real quick. This is a 8.5-inch pistol, air rifle, and I have this thing set up so that where I can operate this thing in the dark, any kind of conditions. It's portable enough to where I can travel with it. I can put it in my backpack. Sometimes when I travel, I'll put it in a little gym duffel bag. It's got this foldable stock here, so it makes everything super compact. And on the front end here, this is just a flash can, because with these short barrels, there's a lot of unspent powder, if you know what I mean, that comes out of this thing and creates bright light, if you know what I mean, and as well as a lot of sound. So having this flash can on here kind of helps push all that sound out and away from me. That way, if I had to use this thing in a home defense situation, I'm sending all that sound mostly downrange towards my target. It's still going to be loud in the hallways for sure, but at least I think that this is going to help minimize that just a little bit. But nonetheless, you know, your life and the lives of your family members are more important than having to worry about if this thing is too loud. So this right here has a lightweight upper. This is a PSA build that I did myself. As I said, it has the Sylvan Arms folding stock adapter on the back here, and it does lock in, so that thing's not going to go anywhere. You can fire a round off with the stock folded like this, but you can only fire one if it's chambered already. I've got ambidextrous safety. That way it could be used right or left-handed. I'm left-handed, but if I had to pass this off to somebody or they had to take this to use this, they can still operate it. Strike Industries extended bolt catch. It's also got a sight mark, R-spec, red dot, and the reason I chose that is because it's a budget option and it has a really wide field of view when you look through the actual optic there, and it will do red and green, and there's different reticle styles as well. I have this thing zeroed at 50 yards. I have taken this off completely and put it back on, and it still held zero. Blackhawk charge handle, ambidextrous. There's no locking feature on there. It's an extended charge handle. That way it's just easy to grip even if you have gloves on. Another thing on here is for the light. I'm running a Olight Odin. This is a 2000 lumen light, and this locks in right there, and I have it activated, or I have it, it can be turned on by a pressure switch here on the top. That way you can have your momentary, you can put it on and take it off, put it on, take it off. Another thing I run on here are backup iron sights, which are usually up. That way you can call witness just in case you can't get that red dot on, or if there's an issue with the red dot, you can still function. Another thing, I've got a hand guard on here just to add extra stability. You can even use that thing to, you know, ram if you had to. And I got a 2-point sling as well. Mag pull grip. What else? And this is chambered in 5.56. So that's it here on that air rifle. As far as magazines go, we've got an ETS mag here. This is a 30 round mag loaded with 5.56, or I'll run the Magpul 20 round mag. This is good because it's low profile when you put it in, so it doesn't hang out as far, as you guys can see right there. It doesn't go past the grip, so you can, it's easier to transport versus a 30 round, which is going to look like that there. So the reason I choose this platform over a pistol, like a regular pistol, is just because this is a lot easier to shoot. There's hardly any recoil on it. This actually has 4 points of contact on it. So you got your hand here, another hand up here, you got your shoulder, and then you got your cheek. So 4 points of contact means that you're gonna have a much stabler shot, a lot more accurate shot with this versus a pistol where you only got 2 hands, where you just like that. This right here would be like hold down the fort type thing right here. You know, if you had to bust this thing out and use this, I mean, you're gonna do a lot of damage to whatever, you know, your targets and stuff, and you're gonna be a lot more accurate and probably won't miss, you know what I mean? Like with a pistol you might miss, but with this right here, as long as you train and stuff with it and you can get your sights up, you have much higher chances of not missing. Now I'm gonna mention that if you have kids in the house, you know, teach them gun safety. It's not hard. Teach them gun safety. Go over all the rules and everything. And you know, like with my kids, they have like some BB guns and stuff, and we use those sometimes, and I teach them all gun safety and the importance of these, how lethal these can be. So they know better. They don't mess with anything. I don't leave anything out. But even like when they're playing with their toys and stuff, you know, they still have finger discipline and stuff like that. So you know, get everybody on board in your house, and it shouldn't just be you that knows everything and that's the responsible one. Everybody should have a piece of the pie and know how to operate these things, as well as you know, the important things is the safety part of it, because you know, they need to know that these are not toys. You don't play with these, you don't pull them out, you don't run around with them. They're not toys. They're only used for defense reasons if you have to absolutely defend yourself. So I want to talk about my trauma kit here. This is just a trauma kit, and it's got the important stuff, the life-saving stuff. It's got a tourniquet in here, and I'll open it up, and I keep all this stuff together. My home defense gun, my first aid stuff should always be together, because if you end up having to use it, chances are somebody's shooting back at you, and if they hit you, you need to have this as well. You can't just be running around with a gun thinking that, you know, you're Batman or something. You got to have the first aid stuff, and you also have to know how to use it. So tourniquets are not hard. I mean, honestly, you pull it out, you stick it over a limb, you tighten it down. So what I have in here is some shears here for cutting clothes, gauze for wound packing. I've got this tourniquet right here already staged and ready to go. I'll probably put a second tourniquet in here just in case. I've got an Israeli bandage in here as well, Coban, wound stuff for wound packing and compression. There's also a sucking chest wound seal inside of this kit here, and what that is for is if you got shot in the chest or something, or if you got stabbed in the chest, and you're gonna have to close that thing up. So you're gonna have to stick that bandage, that sucking chest wound seal, over that wound. You can't put a tourniquet over your chest, so you got to have that as well, and you got to know how to use it. Buy a few, play with them, use them, learn how to use them. But in my opinion, you got to have both of these pieces of equipment, because they go hand in hand. You know, in today's times, you know, it's rough out there, and people are just losing their morals, and there's all kinds of violence and senseless killings happening. You just never know when that kind of stuff might happen to you, when you might be faced with having to deal with something. And that's why I think that it's good to own an air rifle or an air pistol, you know, because that's the ultimate equalizer. And, you know, stay on the right side of the law, don't become a felon. That way you can legally own these things and not have to worry about any type of legal consequences because you defended yourself justly, but you weren't legally allowed to have that type of thing to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Stress the medical stuff enough, guys. I really cannot, because I see so many people, I know so many people that just get into this type of thing here, and they want to get all the parts for it and make it look cool and stuff, and you know, they want to carry these things. But guess what? You're missing out on half of the piece of the equipment. Like, you have to have this too, and the medical stuff always gets overlooked for whatever reason. And I'm just trying to just trying to encourage you, if you have one of these, you know, or anything of those pew-pew, I highly encourage you to start looking into some medical stuff. It does not have to be complicated, guys. Like I said, just a tourniquet alone, you know, that can be the thing that's gonna help save you or somebody else. So guys, I just want to make that quick video today. Just want to show you guys what I have as one of my home defense items here. I do have more of these air rifles, but we're not going to talk about those just yet. I just want to show you guys my main one that I use for the house. And what do you guys have for your home defense? Do you have home defense? Do you believe in that? Leave your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear about it and hear your reasons why. Do you carry medical as well? Do you have medical stuff next to your home defense weapon? Drop all that stuff down in the comments below, guys. I'd love to hear about it. And till next time, guys, stay safe and hope to see you on the trail. Peace.